Okay, I'm going to actually demonstrate a pretty advanced example, a mission that demonstrates the slmod.addTask function to add a task to the parallel tasking system. So let's just go ahead and start from scratch. Shouldn't take too long. Alright, so first let's just add an aircraft I can fly. And keep in mind, Slmod only works in multiplayer, but the player aircraft is a multiplayer client as well, so we don't have to worry about that. Alright, let's go ahead and let's make it a task of type message MGRS. So let's basically that's going to add a task that will display the coordinates of a group of units when we call for it. So let's go ahead. Oh, that was weird. Alright, so let's go ahead and place a group of Russian T-72s. Hell, I already wrote the table I'll need. So let's make 4 of them. And let's just name them something. And the first one, keep in mind we're going to need to name these something we can remember because you have to refer to them by unit name. So the first one's T72_1. T72_2 is the second, T72_3 is the third, and T72_4. Alright, let's have them moving just to demonstrate that the coordinates do in fact update. Alright, so we've got that, T72_1 through 4. Okay, now let's, in order for you to run a script, what has to happen is there has to be a group of units out there, or a group that consists of 1 unit, that's what I do, that has a triggered action of type command run script. And then from the triggers list, you can call that script. So let's go ahead and place that unit over here where he's never going to die. Alright, I'm going to name him Scriptman just by convention. Doesn't matter really what side or for what kind of unit he is. All that he needs is a triggered action. So now we're ready to add a triggered action. So let's go ahead and write my Lua function call. Alright, so now let me show you the use of the quick reference guide I've started work on. So let's go ahead and zoom in. God, I hope I don't have to film this crap again. Already gone through 5 takes of this part of the video. Alright, so let's go down and find the message, or the add task. Here we go, parallel tasking system function, slmod.addTask. Alright, and I'll just go through a quick description of this function right now. The first input variable, as you can tell from the blue color, is required, and it's the ID, and that's the unique number for the task. It's like a task social security number. The second input variable is of type string. It's the task type, and those have to be specific values: message out, message LL, message MGRS, message leading LL, or message leading MGRS. The third input variable is also a string. It's also required, and it's the description, and that's the description in the task list. The fourth input variable is also required, and it's the preface message, or the message that goes before the units, or if the task type is message out, then it's the entire message. Alright, now if your task type is any one of these, which I'm highlighting, you're going to have to specify at least these next 2 required variables. The first, which is a table, and it's I call it units. It's basically a list of all the units that you want you want to get the coordinates on. Basically, you get the average position of all those units. Anyway, unless you're let me not go too in the depth though. Anyway, so that's basically a table which is all your units, and the sixth input variable is your number of digits in your MGRS grid, or if it's latitude and longitude type task, it would be the accuracy of the minutes place. So anyway, let's go ahead and copy this over. I will not cover these today. I'll get to that when I get to this whole function. And Alright, so let's paste this in here. Okay, and let's start editing it. Let's make this task ID of 101. The task type, I already said it was going to be a message MGRS. Alright. The description, let's make it kill enemy tanks. Alright. The fourth input variable is your message before your coordinates. Kill enemy tanks at. Alright. Now, we gotta have a table with all the units. Well, guess what? If you remember, I named all the units in my mission. I named them T72_1. I named them T72_2. I named them T72_3. And I named them T72_4. So I can just copy this right here. Control C and Control V, and there we go. I've pasted it in there. And now our sixth input variable is the number of digits in our MGRS, since we are using MGRS. So let's have that be a 6-digit grid for 100 meter, or actually 50 meter accuracy. And then delete these additional 2 optional input variables, which are necessary if you're using one of the leading task types. Okay. And let's go ahead and copy that and paste it into our mission. Need to paste it into script mans, which is my unit over here that does all my script calling. Need to paste the script into his triggered actions. So let's go ahead and create a triggered action. This is the triggered actions button, this thing right here, and we hit we want to add a new one of type perform command and action type run script. Alright, let's name it add task 101, and let's paste our function call we created in Notepad++ into this. Alright. So we can go ahead and close that out. And does that mean we're done? No, it does not mean we're done. That's because scripts do not run unless you have told them to run. In order to tell them to run, you've got to create a trigger. Alright, so you can create a new trigger of type once. We want to only call this once. We only want to call this function once. So let's make the actions time more than 5, just to make this happen 5 seconds after mission start. And now let's add an AI task action. That's the thing that runs triggered actions. And let's select the add task 101 that we created. All right. So now we are done, and all we got to do is save it, which I already did. Anyway, so now we're ready to run this in multiplayer. Alright, so let's go ahead and get in our aircraft. Okay, so after about 5 seconds, there's actually can be up to a 2.5 second delay, but after about 5 seconds we should be able to query the tasking list. And let's do this now. Show task list. Alright, there we go. Task 1, kill enemy tanks, which, if you remember, that was our description, saying -ST1 to view this task. So let's go ahead and view the task. Dash or minus ST1 for show task 1. Alright, hogs, kill enemy tanks at 38 Tango Kilo Mike 618-812. And that's pretty much just how to use the basic Lua within DCS. I hope you found this video informative, and I will be releasing a number of more videos, so stay tuned. Until next time, see ya.